All right, you Wololo addicts. I am bringing you a casted game. This is round one of the loser bracket of the Discord Wololo tournament. HowDz on the south side picking Mongols. And we'll jump in on why he might have picked the Mongols here in a moment. But picking Mongols after losing to Ex-Commander as the Mongols, going down 2-0 in the first round. Up in the north side, playing in the yellow, we have Chapdaddy. Playing as the Malians. We have not seen the Malians out of him recently. We'll see how he does. He went down 2-0 to me, myself, and I. Hymenator. Playing as the HRE. Maybe he's picking up the Malians to see if he can change things up against another Mongol player here. He's got to be having flashbacks, and I have to say, playing Malians is very difficult as the Mongols. Their Donzo can pick off both Mangadai and Keshik. Almost forgot the name there for a second. But just that ability to throw your spears does damage to the Keshik in a way that the normal spearman cannot. Usually the answer is Mangadai and run away. I'm going to speed it up here as we get through the beginning portions of this game. I have 3 games to cast for you before I take on Ex-Commander myself. Going for the classic Malian opening. Lots on wood. And throwing down as many houses and the pit mine as quickly as you can. It's good to see that extra eco. This is basically extra villagers from the very beginning. On average, villagers collect about 40 resources per minute. So this is 2 extra villagers that you can count him up. This is really a 15 to 13 match. HowDz over here on the other side, taking down sheep and straggler trees. Interesting that he's going for the straggler trees on this side, seeing as his TC is already up against the wood line. Also interesting to see that he picked this location. I suppose this stone and back gold location are not very good for the Mongols, but I might would have considered placing your TC here so that your TC can protect this opening. Throw a tower down here, and then you know if anybody's ever coming back to take your deer. You would have had wood, gold, and a protected gold. But we'll see how he does. Maybe he's looking to go for these deer. I do tend to like to take the villagers off the sheep and straight onto the deer the moment that I find them. I can move sheep. I cannot move deer. Going down with the deer stones, trying to get that upgraded wood production from the Mongols. Now, and Chapdaddy over here going for the Sultanani Trade Network. A little extra protection. Looks like he might be going for trade. He does have the trade post over here in the back corner. Interesting layout on this Altai map. There's a little gap here that'll make it much easier to raid Chapdaddy's base. He has much less protection because of that odd gap. HowDz has the same kind of gap over here, but he's Mongols anyway. They're easy enough to raid. It doesn't really affect him that much. Whereas this whole side is one continuous mountain. We'll see how it plays out. Chapdaddy already has the walls going down, and I'm going to go ahead and slow it on down. Whew. Nice to take a little breath there, right? Chapdaddy coming down with the walls. HowDz finally gets up with the deer stones. And the deer stones are interesting, right? Anything in this radius gets this 15% movement speed bonus. And he's moving it. Interesting. So what most players like to do is use that 15% movement speed bonus to collect deer, so the travel time's shorter, to collect wood, so the travel time's shorter. And what that translates into is a 7.3% increase in efficiency for deer and a 7.2% increased efficiency for wood. And that's why the deer stones are so powerful. But it looks like he's going forward with these deer stones along with 4 Keshik. Let's see here. And he's still producing Keshik. Let's see what he's got going on. Scouting out in the back, seeing what's going on. It doesn't seem as though he's actually seen these walls coming down yet. Pit mine going down to the back. We'll see if HowDz has the presence of mind to know that that's going up there and to shut it down. And I see the Keshik. Well, they're just running on past. And the Deerstones is getting rallied to the back of the base. This is not something I typically see from a Mongol player. But with the Donzos coming out, maybe he's looking to have a little bit more movement speed to close the distance on him with archers, maybe? Pit mine. You're getting mined away with four villagers. My apologies. With four villagers, taking an engagement into spears. Interesting move. Interesting move. These Keshik do heal themselves. Doesn't require an extra technology or anything. They do heal themselves simply by attacking things. And you know what? It might be a little better if you were to take this one and actually have it attacking the pit mine with the others. Oh, he's going to run it straight into a Donzo. Oh, and now into the TC. That Keshik's good as dead. But now he's got two Keshik over here by the Deerstones as Chapdaddy walls him in. HowDz not understanding that wall is coming up. Khan over here shooting at buildings. Let's see what else he's going for. Finally gets the archery range down. He's going for archers as well. I like this move. His food and his wood are safe. So I do like the archer move after seeing the Donzo coming out. Going for double barracks on Chapdaddy's side. I do agree these Donzo are great, but what they do not counter are archers. So rather than Mangadai, archers are the correct call here. I do like that out of HowDz. 32 to 30 villagers, so he's got a 2 villager lead. Of course, Chapdaddy has 2 idols somewhere. And where are those 2 idols? I don't know. Up on the north side here? Maybe? 3 idols now. Dropping down that pit mine. Come. Oh, and HowDz getting pushed back by Chapdaddy's Donzo. As I said before, Malians are very hard to push into, especially since you know that they're going to throw spears at your Khan. Those Khan upgrades can be great. But taking the opportunity to come back here, that Khan can see this. So whenever you get the opportunity, you should certainly take it into that. And, oh, units walking their way into the Sultanani trade network. These are not going to be good kills. And Chapdaddy coming around with Musafati warriors out into the backfield to raid HowDz over here. Battles happening all over the map. Having a hard time keeping up. Oh, and it looks like he's using the all-military button to get these guys around. This guy gonna run straight past the Sultanani trade network with 10 villagers inside. Is Chapdaddy gonna go on garrison? They're just gonna chill there. Oh, there they go. There they go. A little bit of eco time. A little bit of eco time. Rallying his reinforcements back into these Musafati warriors. Eliminating the raid. I suppose he does take... Ooh. Villager, 1 health. Hey, you know what? He still collects 1 health. My apologies, ma'am. That is a she. That was a she there. Sending that villager to the front lines, though. Maybe ill-advised. Maybe ill-advised. 1 health. All it takes is a tap. So these guys here, you know Donzo are coming. Yep, there they go. There they go. It might be more advantageous to take down that pit mine. Those pit mines, they cost 150. The woods cost like, what, 25? It is nice to be able to shut down that eco advantage that the Malians have. Really, this looks like a 7-villager lead for the Mongol player here. But in reality, yeah, up to 120 on this pit mine. 102 on both pit mines. That's 4 extra villagers? 5 extra villagers? So really this is a 2-villager lead, maybe. And let's see if he's started going into pastures yet. He has not yet. But you know that you'll see him. You know that you'll see him. The Malian pastures, you know, they're a standard in this game. Gonna run on and take out this villager, maybe? Get rid of a barracks? Get rid of some... Oh. Alright, just gonna run past. Get rid of the run by the Donzo. What these Keshik do is keep this army in Chapdaddy's base. This army is not in your base because you're in his. That is as simple as it is. Rallying out to the front and looking to take a little raid into the woodline. While all the army's in the back, he's going to turn around and take it in the front. Oh, and he rallies in. The Sultanati Trade Network taking out the archers in the backfield. That is the right move. You know, with 10 in these towers, that's such a huge amount of archers that can happen. They're going to take down these Keshik. They're going to take down these archers. What he needs is a ram. And let's see if he's got a blacksmith down. So, oh, and he does. He's not gone for improved, but he does have the basic siege engineering. So these archers here, he does have the... Whoa, no, he's a little bit shy. A little bit shy of the wood. He'll have the wood here in a second. But he should be able to throw down a ram. The problem is these Donzo, they're basically spearmen. They throw torches. They'll get rid of those rams pretty quickly. Chasing down the Keshik that are running around in the backfield, checking to make sure that he's not trading. He did see that this is the Sultanati Trade Network, and that usually indicates that you're going for some kind of trade play, right? He is going for this corner, protecting it very heavily. It might just be for the double pit mines over here, the what will be a pit mine, but he can also throw down a TC. A couple of trade posts over here. Trade to the other corner, and we see the walls coming up. It looks like he wants to trade. With this Sultanati Trade Network, he gets 50% back in food, which is a great rebate. And look at this. Musafati warriors sneaking into the back line. Seeing if he can raid some of HowDz's eco. 6 villager lead for HowDz at the moment, seeing if he can even that out just a little bit. And still, those extra, I believe that that's 5. I know I'm an engineer, but I'm bad at math. So, I believe that that's 5 extra villagers out of the pit mines there. Blacksmith finally coming down. And Chapdaddy just kind of chilling in his base. He's waiting for HowDz to take the initiative. See what he's going to do next. Has not seen these Musafati warriors coming through the back. Has this scout up here, and I'm curious what Chapdaddy can see. I wonder if he can see all the way into that base. There he goes. Finally going for the pit mine, getting rid of at least 2.5 villagers worth of extra gold. These guys out front. Finally building a ram. With this ram, he's going to be able to take down the Sultanati Trade Network. 10 archers in it is not going to be enough to take down 1 or 2 rams. And HowDz has 15 on wood, so he'll have enough for a second ram here in a moment. If he can get a good engagement with these archers, he should be able to take out these Donzo. Does he have javelin throwers? He does indeed. 8 javelin throwers. You know what? And Chapdaddy splitting up his forces to take the proper engagements. I might would have left them all together, seeing as you know that the knights are just going to... Yep, there they go, running back. And HowDz trying to take out the javelin throwers first. It looks like... Oof, this is not going to be a good engagement for HowDz. Donzos and javelin throwers wrecking knights. It looks as though he lost 3 or 4 knights right there. The archers don't really matter, but Chapdaddy gonna circle on back for a second there. And the reinforcement archers coming in to deal with the problem. He knows that army's in the backfield now, so he can just push this ram forward without any worry whatsoever. And you know what? With these reinforcement archers, he has what he needs to get rid of this Donzo force. He's gotten rid of all of the javelin throwers. Might want to ungarrison this tower. Or even upgrade it. He does have the stone. Does he have the stone? Yes, he has. Oh, wow. He's got 175. Sorry, 750 stone. He's got the stone. And Donzo's engaging into double tower fire. And archers, this is not going to look good for the Chapdaddy. He's already lost 4. Let's see how it goes. Engaging in further. This is the shortest route to get into this ram, though. Let's see how many he's lost. Not looking good, not looking good. This side gets wiped up. This side gets wiped up. One villager out here for whatever reason. Don't know why he's there. He got scooped up in the swiping move. And the Donzo, the Musafati warriors in the backfield getting dealt with by towers and the reinforcement archers. And he looks as though he's swapping into crossbows. Maybe unnecessary against the... Oh, and it looks like there's a change out of Chapdaddy, which might actually make the crossbowman necessary. Going into Sofa warriors. These heavy melee cap will actually be countered by the crossbowman, which is a very good move out of them. Much better use for his gold and food than with knights at the current instant, just because of the Donzo that are continually been coming out. I would love to see these 10 archers garrisoned up in these, coming out here to deal with these Sofa warriors before they pick off his reinforcements, but it looks like the Sultanani Trade Network's about 50% health, and this pit mine has not been rebuilt. Oh, and sending 18? Is that 18? 19? 19 villagers out to this corner. What is he doing? And we finally see the market. Finally getting the market down. Yeah, I wonder if it's not a little too late, seeing as there's a 10 villager lead in HowDz's side. It seems as though Chapdaddy forgot to continually make villagers. It's a mistake we can all make. Engaging into this Sultanani Trade Network with archers and a Keshik again, it's not looking good. That's going to be able to take that Keshik down. And going to throw more Keshik into it. Oh, yep, thought better. Okay, good move, HowDz. And going with double trade post in the back. HowDz also going with the trade post. He picked the short side, though. I would have loved to see that trade post somewhere. You know what? You can pick these things up. You can pick it up. Move it all the way to the corner. He is not raiding you. You are raiding him. You are on his doorstep. Take advantage of that and make some trade. All in all, it looks like HowDz has a commanding lead in this game. He has a 13 villager lead, still queuing up tons of villagers, has loads of food, loads of gold. I don't think that he's worried right now. While as Chapdaddy running low on resources, but it looks like he's got... Oh, no, that is not from queuing things up. What is that from? What did he just spend all of those resources on? And, you know, snatch grabbing tons of villagers, throwing up trade. Ah, I see. He's trying to get that Sultanati Trade Network rolling to increase his food income. I just wonder, he does not have the wood and he does not have the gold to pump out the traders like he needs right now. He needs to find a gold resource very quickly. He's currently got 0 on gold. But he's still making 102 just from this one pit mine. Knights rolling into the backfield looking for that trade. HowDz knows. He knows that he saw him protecting that whole backside, and this is a trading map. So he's going to throw those Keshik into the backfield and try to get rid of the trade. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? He circled back around. Yep, scouting it out. Scout Knights. You know, they might have low vision, but it's better than nothing, right? Information's information. You can't argue with that. And these Musafati warriors, they do get countered by archers. This is not going to be a good move. And, oh, Chapdaddy calls it. He calls it good game. And that is round 1 of the first round of the loser brackets, boys. HowDz going up 1-0. I will see you in the next one.